Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Dan Cave and welcome to February 2025 on the bench. So it's February 2025 and this is my usual bench update. So I'm going to cover the usual things. So I'm going to have a look at what's been built, what's been bought, what's in progress and some random other stuff. So I normally like to start with a little bit of the more random stuff. So I suppose the first point is I'd like to talk about Scale Fanatics again. So Scale Fanatics, as you know, is the virtual IPMS branch that I'm involved in. So that's gone really, really well over the last 12 months from basically when we started it, almost 12 months ago. We're an official IPMS branch now, virtual branch. We've been to Telford last November. We are planning on going to a few shows this year, so look out for some information on Scale Fanatics about that. But to let you a little bit in on the secrets, that'll be the Scottish Nationals. There'll be another show during the summer. I haven't 100% decided, or I can't remember at least. And then there'll be Telford again. So end of April, Scottish Nationals will be your first opportunity. But to go with that, we have now launched a range of merchandise for Scale Fanatics. So the kind of usual t-shirts, mugs, some hoodies, that kind of thing. I'll stick a link in the description, so feel free to go and have a look. It's all produced by T-Shirt Studio. They've done my merchandising, so I've been fine with this stuff over the years. It's had so many washes, it's lasted, it stands up to the test of time. Good quality stuff. We do get a commission off of what's sold, of course, but that goes straight back into the club, and that helps fund things like going to shows, the table displays. It funds the Zoom license for the clubhouse, all those kind of things. So go and buy some merchandising, please. So let's get back to our usual programming. So I normally like to start, of course, with the what's been built. So January has been productive, actually. It's been a productive month. So there's been 2 kits have been built. So just straight into the what's been built. So January, 2 kits built. First up was the new BMW 320i E46 super production car. So this was the Marlboro boxing that I had, but I had some aftermarket decals from LB Productions, and that was basically a yellow scheme, Hasse Rotor sponsored car. Really enjoyable build, very simple curbside kit, but still an enjoyable build. Bodywork spot on, primed in UMP white, painted and decanted TS16. Decals went on a Dream. 2K from Gravity Clear. Had the detail upset from New as well, so that added things like seatbelt buckles, windscreen wipers, bonnet pins, all the kind of usual things you get in their detail sets. Also includes some carbon decals for the interior, so that looks a little bit better. So generally just a really enjoyable little build to go through. So that was a bit of a filler build because I was waiting for some paint for the next kit that's been finished. So that's the second kit that was finished, and that is the Fujimi 1/24 scale MP4 12C GT3. Which I do have another one in the stash, actually, which I will look forward to building based on how well this one has gone. So with this, I had aftermarket decals from Racing Decals 43. Had their carbon set as well. I also had the Hobby Design detail set, which is absolutely fantastic. Huge amount of photo etch parts in there. That was absolutely brilliant to work with. Lots of bits of the body need to be removed, so lots of the inlets and grills get removed because they'll be replaced with photo etch. So a lot of that prep work was done early on. Primed in UMP grey. Interior is mainly carbon fibre from the carbon sheet. Lots of PE in there as well. PE brakes are fantastic. Wheels were done in gunmetal. But while all this was progressing, I was still trying to get the actual body colour paint, which I eventually found was supposed to be RAL 5008. I ordered some from Taka in Poland. The shipment was horribly delayed. I think it went missing. so I ended up ordering some MRP. And then, of course, as you can imagine, both turned up within a day of each other. So I ended up using the MRP because it was the bigger bottle anyway. And that went down absolutely fine. That was MRP paints are excellent anyway. So that went down fine. Decals went on an absolute dream. Gravity Spain 2K, and again, set aside to cure for 4 to 5 days. Not 45, 4 to 5 days. Which is not 425 days either. A little under a week. Let's leave it at that. So that was a blitz of a couple of kits built in January. I did have another kit built as well, but I'm not going to talk about that because that's built for someone else. We'll come back to that at some point in the future, but that went well as well. So essentially I finished 3 kits in January, which, that's kind of nosebleed territory for January, so probably need to take a step back. However, I do have some holiday coming up in February, and once I get to in progress, you'll realise why it's probably not going to be much finished in February coming up. So there we go. That's the what's been built section. So under the title of what's been bought, which is one of the things I normally cover, there is absolutely zilch, zero, nothing, nada. Yeah, so I've not bought any kits in January. I've got loads, so yeah, there's no real kind of rush to buy any kits at the moment. So there's a few kits coming out which I'll pick up. I think looking at what Airfix have released, there's a couple of kits in there I will buy, like the 2-seat Spitfire. I'm sure they'll eventually revox the 48 scale Lysander with an Irish scheme, so yeah, I'll probably pick up one of them. Probably pick up the Renault 5 from Tamiya. I've got the road car. They brought out the rally car as well, so I'll probably have to pick one of them up as well. But yeah, nothing too urgent. So I've not really been in a buying kind of mode. So nothing's been bought. So there we go. So in terms of in progress, which is the next section, in progress at the moment is only one kit at the moment actually. I've been thinking about maybe having another kit alongside it, as I often do, but for the moment there's just a one kit, and that is the Model Factory Hero 1/20th scale Ferrari 312 T4. So this has gone really well. So a lot of the monocoque is now completed. Various bits of soldering done on the monocoque as well. The parts that aren't soldered on, they were etch primed in grey etch primer, I think from Highcoat, a can I got off of Amazon, and decanted and sprayed that. They were then sprayed in various metallic shades, mainly using super metallics on this because I think they give great coverage over the grey primer. Alclad's definitely the black primer. So I didn't really want to have to kind of prime them twice, so just over the grey primer for some of those auxiliary parts. It was just easier to use like super metallic stainless or super matte aluminium. So the main bulk of the monocoque was built up. The radiators were added as well. Did some dry fitting of the side pods just to make sure everything's fitting together well, and then progressed on to working on the front end, so the front upper and lower arms. So a little bit of rework needed on some of the lower arms. One of them was a little bit bent, and straightening it out caused it to break, so a little bit more soldering work to fix that. Plenty of semi-gloss black on the front end. So again, those parts would have been etch primed in grey and then painted in X18. So I do have to touch up a few little areas because there's a little bit of scratching on the paint from assembling it, because the assembly of, I would say, these parts are not entirely straight, or the alignment is not perfect yet, but we'll sort that out when we get to actually putting the hubs and brakes on at some point in the future. So yeah, as you can see, that's there's quite a big part count in this kit. So it's going to take quite a while to get through. So far, with, we'll say, 2 weekends of working on it, I've gotten through 2 steps of the instructions. I've left the body work as I think for this. Really, I want to get most of the kind of monocoque and chassis done, and then start working on the bodywork, because I think that there may be some alignment issues. It might be easier to sort them once the full kind of monocoque and chassis and engine are together, because then I'll be able to see what I need to modify, and then we'll get to paintwork a little bit later. But yeah, enjoying it so far, but definitely a little bit of a different kind of pace to this build. I think this will take a little bit longer to get through. So yeah, so that's it for the in progress section. So we've covered it built, covered what's been bought, which is nothing. We've covered in progress, which is one kit. Talk about Scale Fanatics. Yeah, so don't forget to go and buy Scale Fanatics merchandising. I'll stick a link in the description below. If you want to support my channel, of course, feel free to buy me a coffee as well. But most importantly, to support the channel itself, is don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video, and of course, feel free to leave a comment in the section down below. So I'm going to call it there, and I think this will be the quickest bench update I've ever done. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you all very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.